ISIS supporters taking to Twitter to celebrate and praise the deadly bombing in Manchester yesterday. One message on Twitter said, quote, "It seems that bombs of the British Air Force over children of Mosul and Raqqa has just came back to Manchester." Another used posting an unverified ISIS threat video warning, quote, "This is only the beginning." Let's take a quick look at how Twitter stock did today. It closed actually down more than 1%. Well, I want to bring in now Milwaukee County, Wisconsin Sheriff David Clarke. Sheriff, it's good to have you on this story this evening. Unfortunately, I have to say that, but I'm curious what you make about these ISIS supporters praising the attack on social media. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, we've seen this sort of thing before. In times of tragedy like this, you see the best in humankind, and you can see the worst. You know, you look at the first responders that responded there to help people. You heard the world speaking with one voice in condemnation of these acts. And then you slip down into the subhuman level with people who are celebrating the carnage of women, children, concert goers, for heaven's sakes. This shows the reach of this sick ideology, this radical Islamic terror, where people, through the use of the internet, and which provides that platform, the internet can be a force for good, but also can provide a platform for sick individuals to display their brazenness in terms of really hitting rock bottom at a time like this. So, you know, you look at, you mentioned the British Air Force was brought into this. Look, the British Air Force is like the United States military, and overseas, are going after military targets. They do everything they can to avoid collateral damage of innocent civilians. These sick bastards, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and these other terror organizations, targeted concert goers, citizens, women and children, for heaven's sakes. And then you have people, you know, like you talked about on social media, who you know, applaud this sort of thing. But we've seen it before. We've seen it when cops are killed in the line of duty, and people from Black Lives Matter will celebrate, you know, what's going on, and you know, what are you going to do? We've
seen that, but you know, it's interesting what you see with Twitter and jihadi and ISIS, that you've got liberals on Twitter that seem more worried about offending Muslims after the bombing. And there was a tweet that we saw that said, "For the people abusing Muslims in regards to Manchester, put your racism and xenophobia away. A lot of the people helping children are Muslim." And then, so this one. And then another one said, "The Manchester tag is making me sick. The amount of racism and BS people are spouting when they don't know anything." I mean, what do you make of this type of language? Because it is out there in the Twitterverse, and these are discussions people are having. I mean, this does resonate to someone somewhere, I'm assuming.
Sure, and it shows the reach, like I said, of the inspiration provided by this sick ideology. You know, and it's part of the remnant of the Obama administration, where America's at fault, and we always get lectured to after a terror attack about what we did wrong or what we're not doing right. We hear about xenophobia and all this other nonsense. When we know, we, meaning the majority of Americans, know that, you know, that's not what's in play here. So all you can do is endure this sort of stuff. There's not much you can do about it. You don't want to shut down the internet because of what these idiots are carrying on. But, you know, we got a leader in the White House now, and Donald Trump. He's changed the tone. He was over in the Middle East, and he knows. I mean, you look at one of the aspects of the terror organization is the recruitment, and the internet has made that possible. And so that's one of the challenges here in fighting back this radical Islamic terror.